The camera world is standing on the precipice of a revolution. And if the whispers coming out of Tokyo are even half true, the landscape of professional imaging is about to be rewritten. For years, we've looked at the flagship hierarchy as a settled matter, a steady climb of incremental updates and predictable cycles. But as we move deeper into 2026, the silence from Nikon's headquarters has become deafening, broken only by the sharp, electric hum of rumors surrounding the Nikon Z9 II. This isn't just another camera release. It is the first true super flagship born from the DNA of a legacy optics giant and the raw, cinematic power of red digital cinema. The industry is buzzing with a single question. What happens when you take the most reliable professional body on the planet and inject it with the soul of a Hollywood cinema camera? Every professional photographer remembers the moment the original Z9 arrived. It was the camera that proved Nikon wasn't just back in the game, they were leading it. It was the first to ditch the mechanical shutter entirely, a move that many called a gamble but turned out to be a stroke of genius. Now, fast forward to 2026. The competition has caught up, the Sony A1 II is making waves, and the Canon R1 is finally in the hands of sports pros. But the rumors suggest Nikon isn't interested in just matching their rivals. They are looking to leapfrog them entirely by leveraging their acquisition of Red to create a hybrid monster that makes the line between a high-end stills camera and a dedicated cinema rig almost invisible. Welcome back to my channel Tech Rivet for exclusive insights into the future of tech. Subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon for more tech updates. We are diving into the most comprehensive breakdown of a Nikon Z9 II leaks, specs, and release projections ever assembled. Let's talk about the heart of this beast, the sensor. The original Z9 utilized a 45.7 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor that was, at the time, the gold standard for readout speed. However, the 2026 rumors point toward a new 46 megapixel stacked sensor that is reportedly 3.5 times faster than its predecessor. To put that in perspective, that kind of readout speed essentially eliminates the last remaining arguments for a global shutter in a consumer-facing flagship. We are looking at a sync speed that could reach as high as 1/720th of a second. Imagine being a sports photographer at the finish line or a wildlife pro capturing a hummingbird's wings. The rolling shutter distortion would be non-existent. But the speed is only half the story. The most tantalizing leak involves the native ISO. Rumor has it the Z9 II will feature a native base ISO of 32. This is a game changer for landscape and studio photographers. A lower base ISO typically translates to a cleaner signal, higher dynamic range, and a level of tonal graduation that approaches medium format quality. If Nikon manages to deliver a medium format killer in a full frame body that can also fire off 60 frames per second in full resolution RAW, they will have created the most versatile imaging tool in history. The integration of Red technology is where the Z9 II separates itself from every other camera on the market. For the first time, we are hearing reports of internal 12-bit or 3D&E RAW recording. This isn't just a firmware update or a light version of a codec. It's the full power of Red Code RAW inside a Nikon body. The Z9 II is expected to support 8.3K open gate recording at up to 60p. For cinematographers, open gate is the holy grail, allowing you to use the full height and width of the sensor, giving you maximum flexibility to crop for vertical social media, 16:9 widescreen, or anamorphic formats in post-production. And it's not just the resolution. The internal thermal management is said to be getting a massive overhaul. While the Z9 was already a tank when it came to heat, the Mark II is rumored to feature a sophisticated liquid cooling structure, possibly a vapor chamber, to ensure that 8.3K RAW recording can continue indefinitely, even in the blistering sun of a summer sideline. This would position the Z9 II not just as a camera that could do video, but as a primary A-cam for professional film sets. Beyond the raw specs, the user experience is getting a futuristic facelift. The electronic viewfinder, EVF, has always been a point of pride for Nikon, known for its natural, lag-free feel. The 2026 rumors suggest a jump to a 5.76 million EVF with a staggering 4,000 nits of brightness. This would make it the brightest viewfinder in the world, ensuring that even in the harshest midday glare, the photographer sees a perfectly clear, high-contrast image. Combined with an updated Expeed 8 dual-processor system, the autofocus tracking is expected to reach an almost sentient level. We're talking about predictive AI tracking that doesn't just follow a subject, but anticipates its movement based on thousands of hours of machine learning. Whether it's a car coming around a blind corner at 200 miles per hour or a bird darting through thick brush, the Z9 II is rumored to have a hit rate that borders on the impossible. But why now? Why is 2026 the year for the Z9 II? If we look at Nikon's historical product cycles, we are right on schedule. The original Z9 was announced in late 2021. A 5-year cycle for a flagship is standard, allowing for genuine technological leaps rather than minor refreshes. Furthermore, the global stage is set. With major international sporting events on the horizon, Nikon needs a flagship that can dominate the media pits. The competition is fierce, but the Red partnership gives Nikon a unique X factor. They aren't just selling a camera anymore. They're selling an ecosystem where your stills camera and your cinema camera speak the exact same language, use the same color science, and share the same legendary Z-mount glass.